Unchecked box. Gotta check a box. Restrict to pick from a category I identify. Can't classify someone who has more than one box to mark. No matter what I do, forms place me in a space where I'm arranged to fit a pyramid. Forced into a group makes me aware of never knowing how to mark the unchecked square. Can't confine me with limited boundaries. I grew up with dream catchers, arroz, and chilla beans. Always gotta eat everything on your plate before you can get that Kool-Aid drink. Tamales and tortillas, can never get enough. Mom's taught me the best way to spread masa on the hojas. At times, hard to make separate cultures connect. Go to my tia's house to eat fried bread and stillhead. Play with my cousin having rock wars on the res. Spirits of animals and elders, taught to respect, stage and place where my ancestors rest. Coming to UC Berkeley, the need to be distinct came up. Interned at Chicano Latino Student Development just to find out I wasn't Mexican enough. I don't speak Spanish. My parents don't come from Juarez, Oaxaca, or Mexico City. So hard to identify as Mexican when I don't fit those box standards. Switched to the Native American Recruitment and Retention Center, but with no validation of an enrollment number, made it hard to identify when asked what tribe I claim. Hard to explain, I grew up on the Cali res, but with generations of lost heritage, causes an effect when I feel like I have to justify how I identify as Native American. So reading in between my lines instead of that box is what I was taught. Problematic categorization of what I look like needs to stop. Creating roadblocks instead of a place my two identities can coexist instead of break and skid. A square seems like a red light, so I'ma slow and think at that stop sign. But when it comes to checking a square, the only box I can check is other.
There's so many things that come with being a first-generation low-income student. I feel like when I came to Berkeley, I had to learn how to study. I had to learn how to speak up in class, how to raise my hand, and how to feel confident that I actually could compete with all these people. One of the things I feel like motivated me and supported me is created spaces that made Berkeley smaller was the fact that I was involved in different programs and different networks and different communities where I made Berkeley smaller, and it made it my university. And one way I feel like I did that was being involved with like the Cal Women's rugby team. I've been playing rugby for 4 years now, since my freshman year. Rugby team that is definitely community tackling and, you know, getting out all kinds of frustrations that school can give you. Just taking it out on one tackle, it'd be just so releasing. I also am in the Biology Scholars Program. I've been supported there definitely in terms of navigating the pre-med courses and really trying not to let Berkeley diminish my dream, you know, diminish my belief in myself of being able to reach that. The Native American Recruitment and Retention Center, those are my people. I feel like I definitely learned to love everybody there and just, you know, face the struggles that we have to face on a day-to-day basis, you know, with backgrounds of where we come from and come from different places and reservations. It's like, it's a whole different thing being in such a small community where our population is less than 1%. Less than 1%. It's hard knowing that and feeling like I gotta represent. I can't let my community or my family down. It's challenging to navigate such a big university. University, and I feel like that's definitely a community that has helped me. I've also been with Slasio P since Summer Bridge '08. Julian has been my counselor. He's definitely motivated me and made me, feel like I was supported and I could get through academic endeavors, being put on academic probation, having to withdraw, having to do all kinds of bureaucratic stuff just to stay here and to continue to push through the challenges. And the fact that, I'm involved in poetry for the people, poetry has been something that has been a release also. Just getting all my thoughts down on paper, having a flow to words. I feel like poetry has definitely been and has become one of my outlets to be able to talk about issues that I would never felt comfortable talking about. Release a lot of things that I hold inside that add up and make me feel like I don't even want to be here at times. The kind of things that really make me want to say, F this university, because I'm still here and I will continue to be here.
My average day. 1. Screams of more than 4 happy children run to my hug at the front door. 2. Fresh made tortillas, arroz, frijoles on the kitchen stove. Home is where my tummy is. 3. No room to call my own. I stroll through dirty clothes covered in cluttered living room, couch cushions on the floor, and a tent made out of blankets. Cars, Incredibles, or Barbie movies on TV. 4. My short, pleasantly plump, 4 older long black haired sisters, no jobs, smoke green, still too lazy to clean. 5. I walk outside. I see the place my dad used to stay before he passed away. Think about all the change since I was last home. 6. I still haven't seen my mother, the only one who works in this house, director of after school program, just to come home to dirty dishes and diapers. 7. Still outside. My 3 nieces and 6 nephews come out to play. One by one, I lift them up. I hear the sweet words, again, Thea Vickie, again.
Being in those communities, I have felt like I have been supported and only encouraged in terms of what I want to pursue here and become a doctor someday. I don't know, there's so much that I feel like I have been given for being involved in small places that care and that show me that I can get through all the craziness. Without those programs, I know it would have been very challenging, even more. That's the kind of communities that I've been involved in that have made me say that I'm gonna do it, even no matter what. No matter what.
The school on my res these days, shackled in Monday chains, Round Valley high cracks, books and rips, only 2. Discipline with no patience, inconsistent teachers coming in thinking they can fix the Indian problem child like me. Don't do us no favors, Mr. Substitute, cause contrary to your thoughts of me, wasting your time, the only time wasted is listening to you, proving your notion of self-righteous whiteness. Makes it hard to hide parts of mine by the time we to judge a book by its cover to look under the surface of the color. Walking around these dark streets, I see the wrong thing.
Woman from the bears ain't never gonna quit. Try to hold me down and label me a misfit.
I had to leave to find myself. this, but I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't have prejudice. Things instilled in my consciousness, I know I don't want it. Some days I have these thoughts and I try to take it off, ripping at my own skin, cause I was the one in my family with the lighter complexion. Like a nutty duckling, I stood beside my sisters to see my beauty. Didn't even compare to theirs cause of dark skin and hair that I could only wish for. Staying in the sun on long summer days to burn for the hope of getting a darker shade. Walking around these dark streets, I see the wrong thing.
Boy from the bands ain't never gonna quit. Try to hold me down and label me a misfit.
I had to leave to find myself, to change to stop myself.
Said I couldn't win, I laugh in your face. I rise to the occasion and put you in your place.
I'm tearing off and breaking those chains to change my life and defy stereotypes. From the uncivilized, deep and living no good drunk Native American, attending UC Berkeley is a slap in the face to all the nameless others told me I couldn't and can't. I'm supported by my people in my family, so when I succeed, they share in the glory. Every step I take will be hard fought and won, even when nothing's left and I'm done. They give me strength and push me. This ugly duckling has found her beauty. Won't listen to words trying to shoot me down when I fly, cause like a bird free from his cage, I will no longer be contained and I will keep breaking those chains.